So here today, we have something pretty cool I wanted to share with you, right? It's been 7 to 8 months of Nikke existing as a game, and I've actually had a blast with it. When I first played with this game, mainly this channel was like meant for just different gacha games that I enjoyed, and then it full sent into just fully Nikke content. I haven't really picked up another game here and there to play and like upload to this channel because it's like, you know, Nikke was just so fun. It's genuinely been a blast for me. And I'm getting off topic, but after all this time, we actually have a little bit of a thing that released, right? And it gives us an idea, and I wanted to just show this to you because it is pretty cool. And like the community opinion also, when Nikke launched, has changed significantly because people had like something set on their mind when this game first launched, and it was let the honeymoon phase pass, right? Every time I dropped a video at the start of the game, it was this game is gonna die shortly. Waifus can't really carry a game. It's like there were so many, like I think Nikke was one of the most hated gachas when it initially dropped, and it was for some reason kind of warranted on some aspects, but most of it was just overhating. Like genuinely speaking, the game got hate for everything it did, like every single thing, and it was like I don't know what happened. It's weird, but let's talk about it here today. Let's jump into this. If you're new to the channel, you can subscribe, helps out a ton. Let me show it to you. It's pretty cool. So this is the post over here on the Gacha Gaming subreddit. Nikke surpasses 400 million USD in global revenue in the largest, or it is the largest market in Japan. And that is a huge number. 400 million. Some games can't even reach that in like, you know, a lifetime, even if they lasted forever. For Nikke to do that in only somewhat to say 7 to 8 months, that is crazy. That is a crazy number for a gacha game that people were kind of hating on day one. And this is like the funniest thing, and this comment reminded me of all of that. It's exactly true. Wait till the honeymoon phase is over, correct? That's what was said constantly. And till this day, I really like, people kept saying like, oh, you're gonna get burnt out, it's not gonna work, you're gonna jump ship like usual. And for me, Nikke was too fun. I don't know, out of all the gacha games I've played, and like people say like the game only has one aspect, which is waifu, which still to this day is far from the truth. I personally love the gameplay, like even though again it's also pretty much hated. I think the gameplay is outstanding. It's not one-dimensional in any capacity. It really is fun, and it kind of is enjoyable. The comps they have released, the characters they have released, the stories they have released, right? That half anniversary event was just like breathtaking. That same Keanu Reeves meme, that's exactly what it was. So for whatever it is, I do think that Nikke was released to be a good game, which again, it did have its fair share of drama, which is true. Some of the earlier decisions were very stupid. Some of the different changes they did were really stupid. That beautiful rupee skin, what the fudge, that was stupid too. So they had some dumb decisions, right? And this is my favorite response ever, as expected, but it's, you know what I mean? Great comment there. But again, pretty good like stat here to see the game did 400 million. And again, it's also really cool to see that Japan accounts for nearly 60% of that, which is actually nuts. It's crazy to me that like JP Wales are just like, they're going in. And the funniest thing is like they I've seen some of the accounts over on the JP side. They have maxed out everybody. Like global accounts, you know, I haven't seen that many, but on JP it's like you can see like every 10 accounts you pull up and open, there's a very high chance 2 out of 10 of those are just whales. Every 10 accounts you open on global, it's a high chance not many of those whales. It's just different, right? Like in Japan, or I don't even know, JP players just really take it seriously. They have stacked freaking accounts. Like I witnessed an account showcase, and the guy is like rolling through overload gear of every character. He's got like SR characters, like maxed out skills and everything. I don't even know how that's even possible, but bro, their accounts are crazy. Maxed dupes on every character. It's nuts. But yeah, 400 million is crazy. It ranks 5th in the mobile game revenue in Japan, which is huge. Remember when this game launched also, it really did have that like that thing. I don't know if it's Genshin players that just wanted to hate on it because it was like doing good, but they were like, oh, this game is like, because Genshin at that same month when Nikke launched, they didn't do so good, right? Genshin definitely didn't do good that month, and Nikke did really good. People were like, oh, the game is just there for like one aspect, how can people like support it? They kept bashing it. So I don't know what happened. I genuinely don't know why Nikke was overhated, but as a content creator, I saw it in my comments. I was constantly getting that, wait till the honeymoon phase ends, this game is trash, can't believe people are this down bad. Like genuinely, this game was definitely hated, and I literally experienced all of that. But to see it still like 400 million over the course of 7 months, what is that mathematically? Like that means they like literally popped off, right? Like that means they averaged like a really good amount. So let's just say 7 months. That means they got 57 million a month, dog. 57 million a month, basically. That's average, right? Because again, the first month was just bloated. The first month was bloated, right? Then recent months, they've been recovering, right? It wasn't like it went downhill. Yes, obviously every gacha game is not going to just remain at their first month standard ever. Genshin is kind of proof of that too. People always say Genshin has such a high revenue. It doesn't. First month had a higher revenue. It just happens. Games don't always stick around for everyone. They can try a game, not like the game, move on. But at the peak, it's always at the start of the game. Sometimes it might average close to it, but never as much, right? But for what it is, it wasn't a downward spiral. Definitely there has been increases in revenue. The bunnies are kind of proof of that, and Dorothy is proof of that too. Both those months really did bring in insane revenue for the game. So it did good, yeah? Which, you know, it kind of shows, like, look at the market percentage. That is crazy to me. That, you know, JP players just really show it to you that they are the whales, all right? They account for 60%. The second place is 15%, which is the United States, and 13% in South Korea. Again, we're only 15% of it. So really, when you think about it, whenever JP players complain about something, they're going to listen to JP players first before they ever listen to us. It's literally 60% of the share. So I don't think they care about anything Global has to say when they're bringing in 60% elsewhere. Not even 60 plus 13, so 73% from the other areas. We're getting 15 in there, so they don't really care what we have to say. But yeah, Japan is also ranked first in the terms of the number of downloads during the same period, but its share is 23%. The second place is 14% of the United States, and then the third place is 11% in Thailand. But that's how it is. So, I mean, for what it is, it's kind of crazy over here too. Is this rankings? What the hell? Even limited to the Japanese market, you can see a popularity of the mobile version of Goddess Victory Nikke. According to the Sensor Tower data, it ranks 5th in terms of the mobile game revenue from November 22 to May 2023 among mobile games from Japanese publishers, also well known. And the rankings of Monster Strike. This game, I don't even know what this is. Yo, people keep describing this game to me. I don't even want to know. Side Games is most overseas publishers also. But if you look at it, Fate Grand Order over here, Nikke is not behind by that much. It's like, I know, relatively speaking, but still, it's like, oh, they got like top 5. That's freaking nuts, But for what it is, the game is still really good. I know it's like, it does get like insane amount of hate constantly. And again, whenever we like complain about a character, it's not us hating on the game, right? I still like the game. I'm just mad my Neon got butchered. It's literally as simple as that. That's all I'm mad about. Rupee, that was like a stupid decision. Which again, I'm not gonna like quit the game for it. It's just, what the hell? I'm not gonna put the money in to buy the skin. That's my way of revolting. I was going to buy the skin. I told you I was. I will buy the pepper skin. That's a beautiful skin. And again, I don't really make purchases like that. I'm not whaling in this game per se. Definitely not whaling at all, actually. But again, for what it is, definitely, you know, the game is doing good. I'm super happy to see that. I still enjoy the game through everything. But I still find it really funny that after all those insults that people threw at the game, it made it. It made it to 7 months. It made it to 400 million USD. And again, when this game launched, I have never seen that much hate for a gacha game. But it was nuts. The amount of hatred and people poured into this game, it was freaking bonkers. But hey, till this day, it's surviving and made 400 million. So everyone that said that, they could suck it. But hey, with that, catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, peace, and enjoy. That's been it for me. Pretty cool thing just to share with you.